When we talk about zooming out on Cardano, it means embracing the immense possibilities that its ecosystem has to offer. Cardano investors rarely talk about the ecosystem. They're mainly concerned about the highs and lows of price. Perhaps they do not understand that the performance of the ecosystem has a lot to do with price movements itself. Now, let's push the charts and technical indicators aside. What is the real thing about Cardano? Charles Hoskinson, the American founder of Cardano, has done a good job in resisting backlashes and upholding the value of Cardano in the crypto market. Many critics have chosen to walk all over Cardano, claiming that it offers little to nothing in value. However, there is always feedback for their shenanigans. Last month, Hoskinson responded to negative comments about how he is running Cardano's ecosystem and perception. In an X post, Hoskinson replied to a user by the name of Swan ADA, which shared negative opinions about Cardano and Charles Hoskinson in particular. The user said that Hoskinson is seen as a liability to Cardano, and if he keeps driving the ecosystem discourse and perception, we're screwed, and we will remain this troubled billionaire's toy. Here is the tweet. Why at IOHK Charles is a liability to hashtag Cardano in one quick example from members of AXO Discord. If this guy keeps on driving the ecosystem discourse and perception, we are screwed, and will remain this troubled billionaire's toy. The critic shared two videos featuring Cardano's update, Hydra. One of the videos featured Hoskinson and the other was by Pi Lanningham, Chief Technology Officer at SundaySwap Labs, a contributor to SundaySwap, which is a decentralized exchange protocol for the Cardano network. Comparing both videos, the critic claimed that Hoskinson's video didn't mention the serious use case limitation. Moreover, he added that Hoskinson isn't familiar with developing dApps and has omitted engineering realities. On the other hand, the critic stated that Lanningham detailed exactly what Hydra can and can't do with real-life examples. The critic went ahead to share that Hoskinson's video was able to reach 17,000 viewers in a single day, with all of its imbalances. However, Lanningham's video reached under 4,000 viewers in 2 months. As usual, Hoskinson responded to the negative opinion, saying, "You don't get the technology horizons or the process to evolve the technology." He mentioned that Hydra has a release cycle where it gets more than a dozen iterations per year and has a great open source community around it. New implementations like HydraZoa and rapid discussions about evolving the protocol. The Cardano founder further stated that he looks at quarters and years and questions the work approach and whether it will lead to the right outcome. Moreover, he claimed that the engineers have a different scope and are focused on the immediate use case and problems. Simply put, according to him, an ecosystem needs two perspectives to thrive. It is interesting to see how Charles Hoskinson finds it easy to put criticisms at bay or give them mind-blowing responses. Most complaints about Cardano have been laid off with good explanations. However, we are wondering whether Hoskinson interferes in all matters regarding Cardano. Recently, he posted something on X as a means to distance himself from the saga surrounding the Cardano Foundation's recently updated delegation strategy. The Cardano Foundation, which is an independent standard organization overseeing the development of the Cardano and its ecosystem, recently announced changes to its delegation strategy. According to the Cardano Foundation, the changes will cover delegation packages, duration, and criteria, as well as the selection process. However, these changes, even though they sound quite pretty, did not go down well with Cardano enthusiasts. With their disinterest, they took to social media platforms to voice their concerns. Many enthusiasts believe that the updated delegation strategy prioritized rewards over staking pools. As a result, the community slammed the organization for onboarding centralization into the network, a sharp deviation from the existing consensus mechanism. As expected, some of them drew the attention of Hoskinson to the development while urging him to provide clarity on the new update. A user tweeted, "At IOHK Charles, can you elaborate further on this or clarify about the stake pool operators of what he's talking about? I'd like to hear it from the Godfather's mouth. Thank you, sir, in advance." In response, Hoskinson distanced himself from the drama that erupted between the Cardano Foundation and ADA enthusiasts. "I have nothing to do with the CF, its delegation strategy, or general operations," he tweeted. Then he urged ADA holders to direct their concerns or inquiries directly to the organization. Perhaps this is one instance in which Hoskinson did not come to Cardano's defense. However, this does not imply that Charles Hoskinson has not been making any constructive contributions so far. The Cardano ecosystem has felt the touch of the founder, who is resilient and determined to make things work even in difficult moments. The Cardano price has survived many crashes and torturous paths. Despite subsequent dumps, Cardano is still in the top 10 market leaders in market capitalization. And this is why so many people expressed disbelief when Charles Hoskinson had a clash of words with Fabian Vogelsteller, an Ethereum co-founder and founder of the Lusco blockchain, and how he built nothing for Ethereum. Notably, 3 of Ethereum's co-founders, Hoskinson, Vogelsteller, and Gavin Wood, left Ethereum and launched their respective networks. Responding to a 2-year-old tweet that compared the progress of these networks, Vogelsteller noted that the comparison is only between Luxo, the chain he founded, and Gavin Wood's Polkadot network. He tweeted, "To correct this picture a little bit, Vitalik Buterin is the Ethereum founder, so he doesn't count. At IOHK, Charles was never really a founder of Ethereum. He built nothing for Ethereum that I'm aware of. He was just early on at the right place at the right time, hanging." Responding to Vogelsteller, Hoskinson employed his usual tactic of sarcasm, expressing his gratitude to Vogelsteller for his comments. This was sarcasm, of course. "I suppose Switzerland just materialized out the ether. Thanks, Fabian. Glad to have your opinion on my worth and contributions. I suppose Switzerland just materialized out the ether. Also, given my profound incompetence, I love to meet the people behind Cardano. Pretty cool project to just somehow self-manifest." This is why it's worth mentioning that Hoskinson is regarded as one of the biggest contributors to Ethereum, helping to launch Ethereum Foundation and the ICO in June of 2014, which raised 31,000 Bitcoin. Hoskinson registered the foundation in Switzerland and served as CEO briefly before leaving to form IOHK in 2015 and Cardano in 2017. Hoskinson left due to a disagreement on whether Ethereum should be for-profit or non-profit. He had argued that the project should be for-profit while Vitalik and Buterin disagreed. But there are reports that Hoskinson left willingly, other claims that Buterin fired him. The incident with Vogelsteller was not the first public disagreement between two Ethereum co-founders, as Hoskinson and Buterin had also thrown subtle jabs at each other in the past. Last December, Hoskinson sarcastically swiped at Buterin over his comments on Elon Musk's search for a new Twitter CEO. Nonetheless, the point is that Cardano carries great value, and even if many are blind to this fact, it is worth believing. Just like Bitcoin in 2012, not many people saw the flash of potential when its growth started to gain media attention. A new wave of gold seekers came, and Bitcoin was found on some of the biggest platforms and stages across the globe. Less than a decade after crypto's early waves, it had made changes to many individuals' lives. Now Cardano, dubbed the Ethereum Killer, is a versatile token that has become one of the largest and fastest growing coins. It is rising to address smart contracts and new technology. Cardano is one of the most innovative and exciting blockchain projects in the space, being referred to by many as a third-generation blockchain network and often praised for its advanced cryptography and functionality over older, slower, and less efficient blockchains like Ethereum. 2021 was noted as the defining year for Cardano. In terms of market capitalization, it rose to the top as the third biggest blockchain-based platform. Now, as more Cardano projects step into the light, investors are optimistic about the future growth of Cardano. The ecosystem is bubbling with life and astonishing upgrades. Since the 2024 crypto bull run is upon us, we can get to receive more gains from Cardano ADA. It is almost impossible to tell what would be the next big wave to catch in the world of cryptocurrency. Like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, some have found staying power, while others have made headlines for hype only to fall. Major coins are looking to be the next gold standard, while some have a ceiling. Very established individuals, such as Elon Musk or Snoop Dogg, have shown that crypto can find mainstream exposure and showed us that influencers can impact the market and how individuals invest and trade, and this has been the flow for the longest time. Now, as a new positive economic force hits the masses in full swing, we have a Cardano explosion to prepare for. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you click on the subscribe notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.